Sasha and I have been on holidays up in beautiful Queensland. It's good to be back and looking again into the wisdom of God. For today we're in Proverbs chapter 6 and verses 16 to 19. It says, "There are 6 things the Lord hates, 7 that are an abomination to him: haughty eyes, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked schemes, feet that are quick to rush into evil, a false witness who pours out lies, and a man who stirs up dissension among brothers." And when Proverbs uses this numerical pattern, 6 of one thing, 7, or 3 of this, then 4, it thrusts into bold relief the final item. So in this case, the 7th item is the focus of the series, and it talks, in presenting things in this way, it is saying how all of these previous things can magnify and enable and lead up to the 7th thing. In this case, the 7th thing is division. What we have here really are 7 deadly sins. And the first 6 of the deadly sins create the 7th deadly sin. So haughty eyes, that's when somebody carries a sense of superiority and they get a certain look about them. It shows in their eyes. They tend to look down on people. The eye is the window of the soul. And so this kind of person is going to create division because they are already divided in their own opinion that separates the haves from the have-nots, the privileged from the underprivileged, the religious from the irreligious. Secondly, the lying tongue. A lie creates division. First of all, it creates division in your own soul. You have to lie to yourself in order to tell somebody else a lie. Inside a big lie, there are always many small lies. The liar lives in a fractured world. This is because a lie is connected to everything and therefore affects everything. And when a lie gets large enough, the whole world spoils and falls apart. Lies corrupt the world. And since the serpent lied to Eve, ever since the serpent lied to Eve, that is their intent, to fracture the world. So it's no wonder that God hates the lying tongue. Thirdly, hands that shed innocent blood. The Bible says that the blood of Abel still cries out. In other words, there's still a message that God has to speak to us from the story of Cain and Abel. Murder was the first post-Edenic act recorded in the Bible. It was a fratricidal murder, the murder of one's brother. It was not just the murder of someone who was innocent, but it was the murder of someone who was good. Murder of the innocent is a defiance against God and against all sense of goodness in the world. Number 4, a heart that devises wicked schemes. Devises literally means to plow, to prepare the soil. So what furrows are you plowing in your heart? What are you planning? God hates the way that we can imagine something evil and nurse it and rehearse it until we've got it all figured out. When we plan something, it becomes real in our hearts long before it is acted out. Number 5, the 5th deadly sin. Feet that are quick to rush into evil. Some people look for trouble. They want to throw the first punch. They want to stir the pot. They're not happy unless there's some strife. And so they look for it, and invariably they find it. And if they don't find it anywhere, they'll make it. God hates the kind of feet that are rushing along to create trouble. And number 6, a false witness who pours out lies. There's a reason why perjury is punished in a court of law. If you take an oath and then lie in order to distort the truth, not only are you frustrating the legal system and therefore eroding the solidarity of society, you are also turning the whole world into a lie, into a fabrication. Lies warp the state of being, the structure of the world around us. You not only corrupt yourself, but now you are corrupting the state of affairs. And then finally we arrive at the end point, what it's all about. A man who stirs up dissension among brothers, the 7th and greatest deadly sin. Stop your stirring. Don't gossip. Don't tell lies. Don't be aggressive. Don't slander. Don't react. Don't reject. Forgive. Forbear. Forestall. Be generous. Inasmuch as is possible, do whatever it takes to live at peace with one another. That's the wisdom from God for us out of the book of Proverbs. Practical wisdom. Do it. Do it. That's what Proverbs says. Do it. Just do the wise thing. Do the right thing. If you can do it, then you can be it. How about that? That's a reversal of thought. Normally you would say you have to be in order to do. Proverbs tells us that in the doing, you can be something. We'll see you again soon for more wisdom out of the book of Proverbs.